My landlord doubled my rent overnight from 450,000 naira to 900,000 naira. No warning, no discussion, just 14 days to pay or leave. But 72 hours later, government officers were standing at his gate, sealing his entire house. And what they uncovered was something he had been hiding for 14 years. My name is David. I'm 28 years old, a graphics designer trying to survive in Benin City. The house I lived in wasn't perfect. The walls had cracks that looked like maps. When it rained, the back room smelled like wet cement. And NEPA? Well, NEPA behaved like they had personal issues with us, but it was home. Every weekend, my little sister Faith would come over. She's just 3. She loved that house. She used to run from one room to another shouting, "Big, big house." To her, it was a mansion. To me, it was something more important. It was stability. That morning, August 1st, I opened my door and saw the paper. White, clean, folded neatly. I picked it up, opened it, and froze. 900,000 naira. I thought maybe I read it wrong, so I checked again. 900,000 naira. My rent had been 450,000 naira for 2 years. Now suddenly, it had doubled. And at the bottom of the page, a line that made my chest tighten. Payment due in 14 days or vacate the premises. I stepped outside, and that's when I heard it. Crying, Mama Titi. She was standing near the gate, holding the same letter, shaking. Then I saw James, then Pastor Felix. One by one, all 8 tenants, holding the same paper, same amount, same deadline, same threat. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a mistake. This was planned. 14 days. That's not enough time to find a house in Benin. Not with agents, not with caution fees, not with agreement fees, not with life. And the truth is, I wasn't even thinking about myself anymore. I was thinking about Faith. Where would she stay? Would I have to send her back permanently? Would she ask me again, "Where is Big Big House?" And I wouldn't have an answer? That evening, we gathered in the compound. 8 tenants, 8 problems, 1 landlord. Nobody wanted trouble, we just wanted to talk. To beg if we had to reason, to appeal to whatever humanity he had left. So we agreed. The next morning, we would go to his house and ask him one simple question. Why? The next morning, we went to his house. 8 of us. Nobody talking, just walking. When we got there, the gate opened slowly, and Mr. Okoro stepped out. Brown kaftan, red cap, chewing cola like nothing in this world could disturb him. Mama Titi didn't even wait. She dropped her bag and went straight to her knees. "Baba, please, have mercy. Where will we see 900,000 naira?" He looked at her and smiled. Not a kind smile, the kind that makes you feel like you're wasting his time. Then he said it. "This is business, not charity." Silence. James tried to speak. "Sir, the law says," he snapped instantly. "Which law? Do you have money for court? By the time court answers you, your beard will be white." Then he pointed behind us. "If you can't pay, pack out." And just like that, he turned around, walked inside, and locked the gate. Clack. That sound followed me all day, that clack, because it didn't just sound like a gate closing. It sounded like time running out. That evening, we gathered again. This time, nobody was talking about begging. We were tired, angry, confused. Then James said something that changed everything. "What if we're right and he's wrong?" We all looked at him. He continued, "If the law is actually on our side, then why are we afraid?" That question sat in the air, heavy, uncomfortable, but true. So the next morning, we didn't go to work. We went to the Ministry of Housing. The office looked tired, old chairs, files stacked like forgotten stories. We met a woman named Mrs. Igibor. She listened quietly, didn't interrupt once. When we finished, she leaned back and said something we didn't expect. "What your landlord did is illegal." Just like that. Illegal. She explained everything.
I understand.
14 days notice?
But this matters.
Illegal. 100% increase?
You will comply.
Unreasonable. Then she handed us a form. Serve him this. Once you do, he cannot evict you until the tribunal hears your case. It felt like someone just gave us oxygen. But as we stood up to leave, she made a call, a short one, quiet. I didn't hear what she said, but I remember thinking, this isn't over. That night James called me. His voice was different. David, someone just contacted me. Who? He paused, then said, the landlord's son. My chest tightened. What did he say? James replied slowly.
Someone just contacted me.
He said his father doesn't own that house alone.
He said his father
Everything went quiet. The next thing we knew, we were sitting under a dim streetlight, face to face with Uche, Mr. Okoro's son. He looked tired, like someone carrying a secret for too long. Then he said it. That house was built by my father and my late uncle, 50-50. We froze. He continued. My uncle died in 2010. He left his share to his children. But my father never told them. My stomach dropped. 14 years. 14 years. He had been collecting everything. The next morning, we went straight to the High Court Registry. Dusty shelves, old files, stories nobody talks about. We searched, waited, prayed. Then the clerk came back with a file, stamped, dated, real. We opened it, page 3, and there it was, the will, clear as daylight. 50% of that property belonged to someone else. That's when it hit me. This man wasn't just greedy, he was hiding something. That evening, we went back, not to beg, not to ask, but to show him the truth. I held the document in my hand. My heart was beating fast, but I didn't step back. When he came out, I spoke first. Sir, you are not the only owner of this property. I handed him the paper. He looked at it. For a few seconds, his face changed. Then suddenly, he tore it. Once, twice, again. Pieces flying everywhere. Then he shouted, "Go and call anybody. This is my house." And then he pointed at me. "Tomorrow morning, if you're still here, I will remove your roof myself." That night, nobody slept. I packed my things, just in case. Faith called me. "Are we leaving big house?" I couldn't answer her. I just sat there, looking at my bags, waiting. At exactly 3:58 a.m., my phone rang. Unknown number. I picked it. A calm voice said, "Inspector Alibi, BDPA." I sat up. He continued, "We got a report. Don't move. We're coming by 8 a.m. I froze. Then I asked, "Who reported?" He replied, "His son and the ministry." Then the line went dead, and that's when I realized, by morning, everything would change. 8:05 a.m., 2 white government vehicles stopped right in front of our compound. Nobody spoke. Even the street went quiet. Doors opened, and officers stepped out. 6 of them, calm, focused, like people who already knew how this would end. Mr. Okoro came out almost immediately, still in his singlet, confused, irritated. "What is this?" he asked. The lead officer stepped forward. "Mr. Okoro," he nodded slowly. Then the officer opened his file, and everything changed. He didn't shout, he didn't argue, he just read, "This property has no approved building plan. It was marked for demolition years ago." Silence, real silence, the kind that makes your ears ring. Then he continued, "Second, you are not the sole owner of this property." I glanced at Uchi. He didn't look up. "Third, your rent increase violates tenancy law." Each sentence felt like a hammer, slow, heavy, final. Then the officer closed the file and said the one sentence that ended everything: "This property is hereby sealed." They brought out the tape, bright yellow, "Sealed, do not enter." And right there, in front of everyone, they wrapped it across his gate. The same gate he locked on us, the same gate that went clack. Now it was silent. Mr. Okoro started shouting, "You can't do this! I have connections!" But nobody moved. Nobody answered, because for the first time, he had no power. Then something unexpected happened. His voice changed from shouting to shaking. His knees gave way, and he dropped, right there in the sand. "Please, my children, forgive me." The same man who said, "This is business," was now begging, in front of the same people he laughed at. But karma doesn't argue. It doesn't shout. It just arrives and takes everything back. The officer looked at him and added one more thing. "You will not collect rent from these tenants again until court decides." Then he paused and said quietly, "And based on our findings, you may owe them compensation." That was it. Not just the future, but the past was gone. Life didn't stop. It moved, slowly but forward. We all found new places, better ones, cleaner, calmer. Faith came to visit again. She looked around our new place, then smiled and said, "This one is a small, big house." And for the first time in weeks, I laughed. Last month, I saw him at Ring Road, sitting on a small stool, selling recharge cards. 100 naira, 200 naira, no gate, no tenants, no power, just him, and silence. He didn't look at me, or maybe he did, and just couldn't. So what did I learn? Know your rights, because silence can cost you everything. Greed doesn't grow wealth, it destroys it. And karma is patient. It doesn't rush, it waits. Then it collects with interest. The house is still standing today, but it will never make him 1 naira again. If you've ever experienced something like this, comment, "I fit, relate," plus your city, and share this with someone who needs to see it. Because sometimes the only thing standing between you and injustice is knowing the truth. This is Karma Unfolded Hub. We're out. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more insightful stories.